Yeah, it looks like this is failing. Moving on. Moving on to LEJU. I mean, maybe it holds up. I don't know. We'll see. But switching gears, I'll come back to it if it makes sense. If it keeps holding up, I'll come back to it. I do have it up top as well. 82. Okay, it is holding up. 85, 83. Not bad. 86. We need a new high though. Can we see a new high of day? It might do a huge wedge or something. The other one needs to get above VWAP here. Tell you guys, this 365 day a year cold is killing me. Right now, I'm just waiting. SOFO, I think it's okay. It's not the best, but I think it's okay though. AUVI, not much there. It's flushing down. Maybe it holds up. I don't know. Not really interested in the dip. Waiting patiently. Will we see something else? The last time I went, they told me I had a mucus infection or something. I don't know. I don't know. It's weird. So we're gonna hold up VWAP here. Okay. Maybe I need to pay more attention to this stock. All right, let's dial in. Maybe I'm not giving it enough attention. So we got a low of 70. We held up 70 VWAP. The 5-minute candle has a bottoming wick. So I'd expect the new 5-minute candle to make a new high of day. So we got a high of 82. You know, will we still see possible entries along the way? There's 73. Sizing down for now, and then I'll size back up. Time, there's 1 minute to the new 5-minute candle. You know, I want to see the volume starting to get in here. Okay, here we go. All right. False breakout. It needs to hold here, but this is not what we want to see coming into the new candle. It's gonna hold. It's pretty tricky, right? It needs to squeeze through the highs. And if it does, I have to watch out for a false breakout, you know, still. But I like that. Short seller seems to be getting trapped here. So let's chip away this loss and then, you know, get aggressive again. I think the short sellers are going to get caught. That's what it seems like. $76 on the bids. You know, if what I will say so far, if you know, if I'm watching at the lows and I feel more confident about the lows, you know, we'd already be up 1500 or so, right? Any sort of size down there at 70 and selling in back into the highs, you know, you already did well. So it's just, you know, some slight adjustments with the analysis. The new 5 minute candle's 30 seconds out. We still have a good bottoming wick, so I like that. It still looks pretty bullish, so waiting patiently. Time 51, so we got 10 seconds to the new candle. Volume still looks good. Tight backstop here, just in case it wants to come down one more time. And it looks like it might. Let's see. Well, break and reclaim would be great. Churn. A break and reclaim might be pretty good if it happens. Let's see. Could get aggressive on that if it looks good. It's still held. Not bad. Come on. Come on. I can't see the short sellers being that aggressive, but maybe they are, right? It might go to the depths here. I feel like this is one time too many. This, you know, without it breaking over 80, it's like, yeah, this is, it probably will crawl back up at some point though, is how it looks, but I don't know if this is the one. Probably is not, but definitely great opportunity. I kind of botched the trades there. Man, I wouldn't consider this a whole, you know, mentally I feel break even. So I'm just waiting. My share size is increased by two, right? These last couple of days. My share size. When, you know, when we connect, if, and you know, when we connect, the green days should be looking like what we had yesterday. Right now, we just didn't connect. As long as the losses don't look like what we had yesterday, right? Switching gears. Watching an NEXT, which is approaching yesterday's highs. NEXT, NEXT. Time 42, low. You up. Waiting patiently. Okay, not bad. Probably should have took that a little sooner, but okay, let's see. I have smaller size here due to the lighter volume, but you know, just kind of giving it a starter just to see if it does open up eventually or over time with a backstop. LE, LEJU, I don't know. Yeah, NEXT might need a little bit more volume. LEJU, waiting patiently. It seems like this one also could use a little bit more volume. A lot of weakness here so far. We might have to wait till like 10:30 for some action. 10:30 maybe. VQS to the depths. SOFO to the depths. NEXT pulling back. I was watching at VWAP, by the way, just in case anybody was wondering. LEJU, we'll see. This other one, no good. AUVI, no good. So I think maybe 10:30 is where we probably see something move. Pre-market doesn't seem like it was super strong, so we're probably gonna see something in sooner or later. DIFI, MVIS. Let's check them out. Did I see that right? MVIS. WETG. Volume here super light. Yeah, SOFO, I got caught 7,000 shares, 10-cent loss, right? So I'm down a reasonable amount relative to that share size. The question is, can we see a couple of 10 cents wins throughout the rest of this day with 7,000 shares? That's the real question. So will there be a stock that comes along that's a good stock? That's what it comes down to. So waiting patiently. DFLI. I think this is the one that was called out. Doesn't look so great. I mean, it's moving up though. I'll add it to the recent list just in case it does do something later. NEXT, of course, does have shares to short, right, to borrow. Part of the reason why I wasn't so interested in SOFO like right away, once it broke over 80, it's not the fact that I took the loss, but it's the fact the stock went down to 72 again. Like no strong stock is gonna make a new high by that much and then go back down there again. Like, you know, if we go up 100%, can we, can the pullback be 50%? Can we hold up and retain at least half the gains? If we give back the entire move, I'm gonna always take a loss, right? And it's just weakness. The stronger stocks, they don't ever give back the entirety of the move. So it's like right away, I'm like, okay, what's the next stock? Because this one, it doesn't seem like that's gonna be it, right? But there's no other one. So we come back to it. It's in a range. If you anticipate the pullback being at the lows, then you can make good money, right? But if you anticipate the pullback holding up some of its gains, then you get caught in the bigger drop. We had a lot of resistance at 76, 78. And I kind of, my first entry was kind of high. I bought it at 81, 82. I could have waited for the break down below, but what I decided to do was add. Okay, as we drop below 80, let's buy again because this is where the support is. But again, it pulls back all the way to 70. I'm in 10 cents too high, 7,000 shares. You know, I'm not going to hold that type of position. My thesis in the trade is wrong. I need to immediately get out. Because if you say, okay, 70 might hold, when 70 doesn't hold is where your loss kind of becomes crazy. And then I'm down 1,500 here, and it's like, oh, Marcelo down 1.5. Yeah, you know, it happens. Sometimes you just get caught. So we just have right now we just have to wait. You know, once something moves that's like a real stock for real, you know, we'll see consistency. What I'm gonna not do is go on a rant. I'm gonna keep paying attention and rotating through and keeping an eye on the scans, keeping an eye on the chat, so that once something starts to move, we can be on go time. Go mode. Go mode. I thought this one might have had a chance, but you know, right back down. Volume is pretty light though. LEJU, not much. SOFO, not much. Yeah, we'll probably have to really wait till 10:30 or so. Maybe even 11 o'clock. So if you're someone who's only trading the first hour, you got to really be patient. You don't want to say, hey, I'm only here for an hour, so I'm just going to try and, you know, turn water into wine. You know, if you're not seeing it, you're not seeing it. Make some magic, right? You gotta, if you're not seeing it, you got to be patient. So we got DFLI. Maybe I can keep this one on screen. The 5-minute candlesticks look good. The 1-minute chart, though, doesn't seem great. It's also sold off a few days. So right now what we're seeing is the first daily candle over 307 to make the new high. You know, then 337 is the next level. And then 445 if it's to really keep going. I'll mark out those levels. I'm not sure how strong this one could be, but just in case it starts to move over 337, maybe I watch it a little bit more seriously. This type of stock right here looks better if it was at like $4 right now, or 425. If this was at 425 or 411, let's say 411, and 445 is that high on the daily chart, I pay much more attention. 686 or 200. By the way, having the camera like this below the charting is going to help me out with creating some more um, YouTube shorts and TikToks, because then I can just take some videos right from the live stream, right? Scanners are looking dead. Waiting patiently. Let me pull up the level 2 over here. The only problem I have with DFLI right now is that, you know, it doesn't look super obvious. It's moving, it's giving opportunities, but it doesn't look super obvious. So I don't know if a lot of people will be watching at it. How about this one here? They said this stock was moving up because of Jokic, but I don't know if that's true or not. And KLA. It's at highs, but I think it's a high float stock. Yeah, and it's pretty thickly traded. Look at the level 2 on this. Unless this could move up 10 cents quickly, I wouldn't even bother. Because then you got to be taking like, you know, 20,000 shares minimum to see anything. And just not what I'm trying to do here in terms of risk. Yeah, not gonna watch it this. Let's get this off the screens immediately. RSN. This one could do something. Relentless Trader. This stock is just sold off and looking miserable. Why would you even consider looking at this? Well, a lot of times when you have these type of drops, will bounce up a little bit. But it depends on how much attention is on it, right? If people aren't paying attention to it, it's not going to make sense. Once upon a time ago, though, I never used to consider these stocks until the Russian Ukraine situation. And, everything over there was down 50% and then bouncing like, 20%, 30%. And then I realized, you know what? I got to stop this nonsense of limiting myself in this way. It's kind of just like growing gradually over time. You start to realize, okay, maybe I'm a little too tight, a little too strict. But that still doesn't mean I just jump into this. It still has to hit one of my setups. Like the criteria for a setup, and has to look very good with volume and everything else. If not, same thing, not trading it. And EXT is curled back up, but with lighter volume. MRSN is moving a bit. It's moving a bit. $51, $53. What was the pre-market high? $37. $55, $58, $59, $60. It looks like it's moving here. MRSN, but a little bit of a pullback there. I might be missing trades actually. Yeah, I'm missing trade. I'm missing some trades here. Okay, it's starting to become too much of a wick. It needed to hold up like, high 30s, low 40s. Seems like it's too much of a wick right here. So maybe it continues to come down. Let's see what it does. There might be an opportunity here. If it bounces and rejects, there could be an opportunity. Nah, looks like it's just going down. I was gonna go short if I had the chance to, but this one is easy to borrow. Dash heading out of here. Dash not even waiting. Locking in a green day and heading out. Hey, I don't blame you, man. Yeah, this other one here, big pullback. It looks like it's rejecting. Moving on. At this rate, I'm gonna have to bring out my chair, start sitting down, get comfortable. What is this, DFLI? Oh yeah, DFLI also, big red candles coming down. Yeah, it's just a slow start to the day. Again, just, not force it, just wait patiently, and even if nothing comes today, then there's always tomorrow, right? But it's early. It's very early. Some of you guys will be here till 4 p.m. So it's the market, more than likely there'll be something. If that stock that I'm red on crawls back up, I'll approach it with taking profits quickly. I think that'll be a better option than trying to give it a chance in some of the areas. Like my 4 or 5 cents, I'll just take it off the table if that stock happens to be the one. NEXT, I do like that it's holding up above VWAP, but I want to see more volume on our 5-minute candles. And of course, we got to break over 780, 790, which is yesterday's high. VQS to the depths, SOFO, Titanic. LEJU. LEJU, maybe if it gets over VWAP, maybe. But it looks choppy right now. This is also another thing that's like, sometimes tricky about the market is that, you know, we're basing sentiment off of previous days and prior days. But the market we know is cyclical, right? It can be hot the last 5, 6 days in a row, and then today could be as like an iceberg. So if you kind of come out guns a blazing, you can get caught off guard, and then you have to recognize that and slow down. At the worst case scenario, slow down right there. It's the difference, right? Back in the day, I'd still be aggressive right away, and now already down 1200. But why? Why do I need to be down 1200 to realize that it's a slow start to the day? So LEJU, is this the one? Is this the one? I don't like how it's moving, I will say. I want to see some tighter spreads for this type of stock. So I'm going to let it go. There's a nice ABCD setting up. 405 at VWAP and then high of day, over like 424. But yeah, it seems like it has this range to the downside. It's already pulling back. I do like the double bottom that we had, down here around like 63, but not looking great. Not looking great. WORX, cheaper stock or below $1. Yeah, this looks like it might have been the one. Is it halted up at 60? Really? Well, maybe the day is about to begin. It looks like that might be the case here. Yeah, this one has hit the halt scan. Cheaper stock broke over to 200 at 47. Can this one get above $1 and go to 150 like we saw, Friday and Monday? Friday of last week, Monday of this week, we had stocks go from like 40 cents to like $3 and then 50 cents to like 150. If this stock could do something like that, I mean, that'd be great. Nice move. False breakout initially. It pulled back below VWAP and just went crazy here. So let's see. This is a stock I traded a few times in the past, but back then it was more expensive at like $3. It'll sell off like crazy, man. All right, what's my thought process here? There's 2 minutes to the resumption. It's been a slow day so far, and this stock right now is bucking the trend, which is a good thing, right? NEXT is also moving up a bit. Come on. NEXT is getting volume here. I might miss this resumption if this one keeps going. We'll see though. We need more buyers to get over 8. Five. When is the resumption coming? Time. At 05 and 27 seconds. So there's 10 seconds to this resumption. 10 seconds. Do I have shares? I'll put 3,000 shares. Okay, we're halted at 60. Here we go. Oh, crap. Take me to the moon. Okay, it's a little, it's okay, not bad, but a little choppy there, the resumption. Pretty, I'm surprised, pretty good. This might just get over $1 eventually, which would be nice. We got 79 for a high, low was at 63. The halt up is at 87. Man, oh, it's fluctuating so fast. Okay, that's all right. Low, 68. And great fill. I ought to use some more size on this stock here.
WORH.
Take me to the moon. Take me to the moon. Is there a hidden seller? Oh, of course I'm going to sell at the very end of it. It seemed like there might have been a hidden seller there, though. Alright, we got to bring out our big boy size for this stock. Halt up, halt up, halt up. Not bad. Alright, we got to bring out our big boy size. We might get halted up 90. Can we see it? I'll be long back over 88. Can we see it? Come on, come on. Let's get locked in. 90 for the halt up. Let's get locked in. And let's zoom over one. And this one, this should be fun, man. I'm gonna go aggressive on this one here if we can get this move over one. It seems like we're getting a pullback first, though. It might want to fill bids, so I'm prepared to get back in. All right, at least we're back break even again, which is not bad. A little tricky here. I honestly want. Oh, dang, that feels slow. Oh, come on. Good, 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 good. Oh no. Okay. Bro, what was that? It rejected a market order. Yo, come on, Thinkorswim. I think the last time, the last person I heard had that issue was High, where he tried to sell 15,000 shares flattened, and it rejects the order. So I'll take a $400 loss for nothing. Come on. It's always on the days where you're already red. And it's going to cost me to not get back in where I would have wanted to be back in. All right. $400 to the wind. $400 to the wind. You know what the bad thing in that, as we're having a 5 minute pullback, the bad thing that's about that situation is if the stock flushes down, there's nothing you could do.